Hi everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome back to another video. And welcome to the end of January. Where has the month gone? Like the beginning of the year just seems to go past so quickly. It feels like it's just the other day it was Christmas. Just wanted to catch up with a few things. If anyone has been watching my New Year cleaning and getting on with the clearing of the clutter, decluttering, tidying, organizing, cleaning, one room per day for the 9 days, which all went really well. So I just wanted to have a bit of a chat about a few different things. One of the things was my dining table, my brand new dining table, finally got delivered the 30th of December. So that was really good after being delayed. And my entertainment unit for my television finally got delivered after about 3 delays. So that came on the 16th of January. So it looks like really fabulous. I ended up getting a new dishwasher. Went and purchased a new dishwasher and had the guy come and install that quickly, easily, effortlessly, no hold-ups as far as that's concerned. What else? I ended up getting a new computer after that's pretty much the only thing that I was procrastinating against getting a new computer. I went and looked at a new computers ages ago and I just really couldn't bring myself to buy one. I'm not sure why. Maybe because what I was thinking of was like a desktop, and because that's all what I've always had previously. But I ended up changing my mind and getting a laptop. Now, I'm not familiar with laptops as such, even though it's kind of like a computer's a computer, but I don't really, I'm not one for sitting at the computer. I prefer to physically do things, not sort of sit at the computer. So, and I felt like the whole thing was going to be hard and difficult, but it turned out to be easy in the end. So, before the end of 2025, finishing off in that 9 energy, completing things, getting things sorted out, I wanted to take advantage of the sales as well, the end of year sales. So I quickly went and decided to buy a laptop and at Harvey Norman, and the guys there completely switched all my stuff from my old computer onto the laptop, which turned out to be a very big job. And I was so grateful that the guy was switching all the files, I suppose, across from my old computer to the new one over New Year. He was calling me on New Year's Day because I needed to, there's security passwords and security this is and that. So he was working really hard to get that all stuff transferred. Only took a couple of days. And he said it was a really big job. I was like so grateful because my computer was so old and so slow that he couldn't transfer it straight across to the new laptop. He had to transfer it to a computer that was a bit newer than mine, not quite as old, and then transfer it across to the laptop. And they didn't charge me any extra money. I mean, I think it was probably, it was about $200 or something, like really, for them to do that, which was really, I didn't get charged any extra money. He had, did it as quick as possible, and that was a big job. So, I was so grateful that worked out. And that was one of the things that I wanted to actually speak about, is having things work out really easily. And I've been really noticing how easily things have been working out for me that I've needed help with. And I'm not sure, and I'm sure a lot of other people have things work out really easily for them as well. I'm not just the only one, but I've really taken notice of that recently. And it's been just like, wow, that's really easy. And honestly, that's how life should be. Things should be come to us easily, effortlessly. The doors just open for us to walk through. Things just should come easily to all of us. Now, if there is delays, blockages, obstacles, it's about just realizing that that's the timing is obviously off and the timing's not quite right, and things will get done when they need to get done. Of course, with my dining table, saying the delivery was supposed to be the 23rd of December, when I bought the dining table, that's what the lady said, that they had them in stock, and that was the delivery date that got booked in. So of course, when it was going to be delayed, of course I called them up and asked, is there anything possible that can be done? I really needed the table for Christmas, considering I'd sold the rest of my furniture, and I needed a table for Christmas. And the guy was helpful and said he'd make a note, and it was busy time of year and da. But I thought, well, okay, that's just is what it is. So I went and got a cheap table from Bunnings, and I had some camping chairs, and it all turned out fine. It all turned out fine in the end. But what happened when I went to Bunnings to get my table? It was a metal indoor-outdoor table, a nice round one, the same dimensions as the new one that I've got, the one that fits in the space. So I went, and lady helped me with it and put it on the trolley, paid for it, went to take it to the car, went to put it in the car, and it was really awkward. It was a bit heavy actually, and it was very awkward, and I couldn't get it in the car. I knew it wouldn't fit in the back, so I tried to put it in behind the front seats, like a lot of things would fit there. And I just couldn't physically kind of lift it to get it in there. Anyway, I thought, I need help. I thought, no, I need someone to help me get this table in the car. So I thought, well, I'm just going to leave the table here next to the car, lock the car up, take the trolley back into Bunnings, and ask for somebody to come and help me. So I turned around, and the Bunnings man was right there behind me collecting the trolleys, and asked if I'd finished with that trolley. And I was like, oh yes, I have. I was like, but also, do you think you'd be able to help me get this table in the car? And he said, oh yes, of course I can. So he tried to get it in the car. He's like, it's not going to fit. And I was like, no, I thought that. And he said, would you like to take it back to me to take it back to the front desk, and you can organize something else? And I said, oh, I've got the roof racks on the car. Do you think you'd be able to lift it, like put it on the roof racks? And he said, oh, of course I can. So he just picked it up, lifted it up, put it on top of the roof racks, like easy. And I said, I'll just go back into Bunnings and buy some straps. I know how to strap things on the top of the car. I've done that plenty of times before, so that's easy. So I went into Bunnings, got the straps, asked the lady at the cash register, because they were cable tied, did she have a pair of scissors? And she had a pair of scissors, so I cut them, tied the thing to the car, got it home, got it off without any problem. So that was the first thing I noticed. Well, one of the things actually, when I actually needed help, when I turned around, the guy was just there straight away to help me. And that was like worked out so easy. So I was like, wow, that was easy. The other thing that what happened was when I went and purchased a new floor rug, which was quite heavy as well. It's quite a large rug for the floor. At the store, the lady and myself, like she rolled it up, and the two of us carried it out, put it in the car. It had to fit from the back of the car right through between the front seats, like right above. I had to keep pushing it up because on the way home because I could hardly change gears. And anyway, all the way home, I kept thinking, how am I going to get this out of the car? It's really heavy. I thought I could ask one of the neighbors to help, but like I'm fairly independent and I don't really like asking for help. I thought I could wait for my daughter to come up to visit in a few days later. I could just leave it in the car. She might be able to help. I thought, oh, maybe I could get a shopping trolley. We've got some spare shopping trolleys down in the basement car park. Maybe I could drag it out, put it on a shopping trolley, and wheel it up. And all this time I was thinking of how am I going to deal with this when I get home. So I pulled into the basement car park, and here was my neighbor parking his car right next to mine. And I was like, oh, okay, take this opportunity to ask if he was available to help me get the rug out of the car and bring it up. He said, yeah, of course I can. Let's do it straight away. So he is very strong, and he just picked the rug up and then brought it up and put it in, and that was easy. I was like, wow, that was easy. Like, again, someone that I needed help with was right there when I needed help. So I noticed those two things. And again, with the dishwasher, called the guy who I had before to put the dishwasher in. Came within a couple of days. The delivery of the dishwasher was no problem, etc., etc. And then when it came time to delivery of the entertainment unit, that morning I'd been went up the street, come back with a couple of things, come home, went down the street with bags of groceries, came home. The delivery wasn't supposed to be till between 1:30 and 3:30. When I went to come home with my groceries, the lift wasn't working, and I thought, no, not today. Can't be broken today. I've got deliveries coming. So I had to walk up the flights of stairs with my groceries, and I was putting the groceries away. And next thing, I got a call from the delivery guys to say they were going to be there in 10 minutes. I was like, oh my God. So I hadn't shifted the table. I hadn't moved the television. I hadn't prepared the space for the entertainment unit to come. So I quickly did all that. And luckily, by some miracle, the lift was working when they came to deliver it. They delivered the entertainment unit without any without any problems whatsoever. So I've been noticing these things that have happened easily, effortlessly every time I've needed help or assistance. Someone's been there. It's really wonderful. The other thing that I've noticed recently was where I play pickleball. There in the clubhouse, there was two big vending machines that had been broken for many years. They were sitting there attracting spiders and cockroaches, and they needed to be removed. So I decided to ring up a couple of scrap metal people. Finally found a scrap metal guy to come and collect them. So that was due. He was due to come on the Wednesday. So Tuesday night we were around there to play pickleball, and I looked at the vending machines, especially the drink one, which is very tall, and realized it wasn't going to fit out of the clubhouse through the roller door. It was too high. So again, I thought, and I think the scrap metal guy, I think it was just going to be him and me dealing with these vending machines. They were very heavy and very large. So luckily on Tuesday night, all the guys turned up at pickleball, and I just asked them if they could give me a hand, or if they were able to get these vending machines out of the clubhouse and just put them in a different area so the scrap metal guy could get them. So the 4 or 5 of them, straight away did that. It wasn't easy for them at all, but again, it was the help that was there when I needed the help, like the night before. luckily I like looked and realized. So that all worked out like really, really well. Yes, there was a delay with the scrap metal guy. He was supposed to be there to collect them between 12 and 2. So I went around to the clubhouse between 12 and 2. I was there. And while I was waiting for him, I decided to do a big cleanup, like another cleanup, shift some things around, tidied up, made a few phone calls, send him a text message to say, what's your estimated time of arrival? I'm here. I don't know if I should go home or wait. So he sent back a message and said he'd be there at 4. So I ducked home, went back. He was there at 4. He'd already like loaded one of them on. Then him and the other guy loaded the large one on. He had a big crane. So that ended up to be quite easy in the end. Yes, there was a bit of a delay, which is very annoying when people say they're going to be somewhere at a certain time and they're not there. But learning to let that go, there must be a reason for the delay, and do my part, like do what I can do myself by sending a text message, just thanking him, being polite, doing a couple of phone calls while I was waiting, cleaned up that area, and yeah, it all worked out like really, really well. Like it's to get rid of that junk. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk about for this end of last year, beginning of this year, and what I've noticed for myself is things working out like easily and effortlessly. Yes, there are delays sometimes, but it's about learning to relax with those delays and go with the flow. But anytime I've really needed help with something, the help's just been right there. It's just, and I think a lot of the thing is noticing that, paying attention to that, and actually being grateful and just thinking, wow, I needed help and the help was right there. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And just being grateful, being in gratitude and things like that. So that's all from me from this video. And yep, so I hope you've had a wonderful start of the new year. I will be posting up some more videos each month, different. I feel like I'm going to have a bit of a deep dive. The videos I've done for 2025, every month I spoke about a different room in the home and that area that represents. But I'm going to go back to each area, back to each room, but I kind of want to have a bit of a deep dive into a bit more about what that room represents and the different things in that room. That's a great idea. So my intention for these videos is just to be helpful, just to give you some inspiration, motivation, and education on how your home really does affect your life, and what the mind thinks, the body feels, and the environment reflects. So anytime you're wanting to make any changes in your life, you need to make changes in your environment. Or if you're making changes in your environment, you will definitely see changes in your life. So I'm all about the home, all about making changes, all about adding color. So clearing the clutter, adding color creates the change in your home and your life. So that's all from me, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.